How do you feel right now?
Yeah, I'm excited for the opportunity, right? We have a tough group at hand, um, and so we need to come up with a great performance after two disappointing ones. And this is a great opportunity in front of our fans to be able to showcase that.
How important is this first match versus Botafogo when looking at the group?
Yeah, probably the most important, right? Every game is a final in group stage. It could make or break whether you advance or not, and especially knowing the two teams that we play after. This is probably the most important game for us to be able to come out here and have a good performance.
That policy that you all have to play, which is based, we all have to play your kind of soccer. Good fundamentals, and then able to execute when the opportunity is there. How important is that to do that?
Yeah, absolutely, right? We don't want to take chances. This is a team that can punish you. We need to go back to the basics, right? Winning second balls, intensity, play a little bit more conservative at times. Those are all things that you consider going into a game like this. And so it's about applying those things in a game, especially when you haven't had results in your last two games.
Kim Kehe's been able to do a little bit more with you guys. Assuming he's being able to play tomorrow, how good is that to kind of get some veteran defensive players back?
Well, I think experience plays a huge factor in these types of games, and having Kim Kehe back plays a huge part of our brand, of our game. We need leaders on the back line. Kim is a player that leads by example, shows up for games. And our back line has a lot of experience. Although fairly young still, I feel like we have a lot of experience back there. So relying on that is going to be really important to get a good result tomorrow.
Cristian, ¿cómo te sientes, Cristian, en lo personal iniciar este torneo para ti, un torneo muy importante para ti en lo personal, ¿no?
Sí, me siento orgulloso de estar aquí con esta oportunidad. La verdad, lo merecemos estar aquí con los más grandes clubes del mundo. Hemos ganado el CONCACAF en un momento y sentimos que todavía tenemos un gran equipo que puede competir en cada momento, y ojalá podamos enseñar eso mañana.
¿Se sienten confiados a pesar de ser los underdogs de este grupo con los equipos, tres equipos muy importantes?
Yo creo confiados en nuestro juego, sí, pero sabemos que tenemos tres equipos muy grandes en nuestro grupo y sabemos que va a ser muy difícil cada partido, pero con confianza en nuestro grupo que podemos jugar con los mejores y ojalá podemos ver eso mañana.
¿Cómo siente el equipo a pesar de las lesiones de Jordan, de Kim? ¿Se sienten que están bien arropados a pesar de las lesiones?
Sí, siempre es difícil jugar sin los titulares. Jordan es un grande parte de nuestro equipo, es un jugador muy veloz, muy rápido, y cambia el partido con eso, hace mucho más espacio para los demás. Sí, nos complica cuando no tenés jugadores así, pero tenemos un gran grupo aquí y ojalá el que juega arriba enseña bien y puede presionar bien y girar bien y ojalá meter goles.
¿Qué tan importante es tener un equipo que se conoce hace tanto tiempo, que hace tanto tiempo juegan juntos?
Sí, eso es lo más importante. Yo hablo de experiencia, pero la verdad estar juntos para mucho tiempo nos ayuda bastante también. Ya tengo muchos años aquí, Steph también, Jordan también. Ahora estamos hablando de Albert y Obed, que tiene muchos juegos también. Hay muchos jugadores, especialmente en medio, que han jugado muchos partidos juntos y ojalá la chemistría está ahí contra Botafogo.
I have a similar question, I guess, in English. How much does it help to have a bunch of players on this team that have been in games that are big that are like massive matches like this?
Yeah, you talk about the spine of the team. I think it's really important, especially the central guys, to have a good understanding of each other. You talk about guys like Obed, who has more than 100 appearances for the club, myself, Albert, Steph, Jackson, Kim, who's been back and forth. You talk about the spine of the club. Really important to have that first and foremost. And so that we need to rely on the experience and the cohesiveness of the group. We're a really proud group. We're really a team that sticks together, and so we need to show that tomorrow.
Christian, what do you have a couple more guys to all the fans that are maybe on the fence about coming out to this game tomorrow, whether it's family or it's the tournament? What do you have to say to those fans?
Well, I think number one, I think that this is probably the biggest game of Sounders history. This is one of those games that we probably won't see in a very long time. Obviously, we have the World Cup, but from a club standpoint, there are very few opportunities that we get to see these types of competitions, and so I think in a way we owe it to the world to show what our city's about. And first, I think as players, we want to show that on the field, and as being a proud, in a way, adopted Seattleite, I'd love to see that, but. We understand the circumstances that have been caused, and but at the end of the day, we're an inclusive organization, and we'd love to have everybody.
Is there any banter between you and your brother for the Gold Cup? Any wagers between El Salvador and USA?
No, unfortunately not. Our focus has been here, but I hope that both countries have a good showing. Really important before the World Cup happens to have good showings at the Gold Cup and create those types of chemistries and memories, because I remember those were some of my favorite memories as a footballer.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.